Hello my dear kids, how are you all? I hope you all are fit and healthy at your places. Stay home, stay safe. This is your English teacher Himani Joshi, and in our today's class we are going to learn about preposition. But the main topic is the difference between preposition and adverb. You all know that what are adverbs? Do you know what are adverbs? Yes, adverbs modify the verbs. Okay, adverbs modify the verbs. Without adverbs, the sentence gives clear meaning. Okay, but adverb we use just to give the additional information about the verb. Okay, otherwise if adverb is not there, then also the sentence gives us the meaning. Okay, but when preposition is not there in the sentence, we don't get any answer and the meaning of the sentence remains unclear. So let us learn with a few examples. So, first of all, tell me what are adverbs? Tell me.
The words which add something to the meaning of a verb.
Very nice. You all know that what are adverbs. Now tell me what are prepositions?
Words showing relationship are called prepositions.
Yes. So kids, prepositions are the words which show the relation between the nouns and the other words in the sentence. Okay, so basically we use prepositions before the noun, isn't it? Okay, and preposition gives us the correct answer of the sentence. Okay, so here we have 9 sentences I have written here. As you can see that I have underlined a few of the words. Okay, so here you have to identify that which are prepositions and which are adverbs. Okay, so one by one we have to read and identify. So the first sentence is, some people are standing outside the house. Okay, so one more thing, that preposition always connect the object with the sentence. Okay, object means what is happening with the subject. Okay, so some people are standing outside the house. As you can see that I have underlined outside here. Okay, so outside is written before the house. Okay, you can ignore the article the. Okay, apart from the we have house also. Okay, so outside the house is a noun. Okay, and outside is written before the noun. Okay, so yes, it is a preposition, because preposition we write before the nouns. Okay, and there is another way to identify the preposition. You can see some people are standing the house. Okay, does it make any sense when we are not using this outside and we are saying some people are standing the house? Does it make any sense? No. Okay, we are not getting the exact answer. Okay, we don't know that what the person has to say. Okay, so some people are standing outside the house. When we are writing outside before the noun house, then only we are getting the correct answer. Okay, and now it makes sense that some people are standing outside the house. Okay, and in this sentence we have the object, the house. Okay, and preposition connects the object with the sentence. Okay, here we have some people. We are talking about some people. So here we have the subject. Okay, subject means about whom we are talking. So we are talking about the people. So here some people is a subject. Okay, are standing. action word. Okay, so we have helping verb and main verb. So verb, these are the verbs. Okay, and what is object in this sentence? The house. Okay, so some people is a subject, are standing is a verb. Okay, and the house is an object, isn't it? We know that we can form the sentence with the help of subject, verb, object. Okay, that is what we have learned in chapter verb, isn't it? We make sentences like this: subject, then verb. Okay, and verb we can change accordingly. Subject plus verb, then object. Okay, so preposition helps to connect the subject with the object. Okay, subject and verb with the object. So object should be there. Okay, so the main purpose is that the preposition connects object with the rest part of the sentence. Okay, so some people subject, why? Because we are talking about them in the sentence. Okay, about whom we talk in the sentence, that is called subject. So here some people is subject. Are standing, this is verb. Okay, these are the verbs. Are is a helping verb and standing is a main verb. Okay, so we can consider them verb. So subject is there, verb is there. Okay, and here we have preposition which is connecting the object with the sentence. Okay, and after writing preposition only, we are getting the answer. Okay, and we are we get to know that what the person wants to say, isn't it? So this is a preposition. So you will write here preposition. Okay, this is the exercise of your book. So you have to write here preposition. Okay. So now let us read the next sentence. I waited long for the principal. Okay. So let us don't say this word long. Okay. Then read the sentence. I waited for the principal. Does it make any sense? Yes, it is giving us a meaning. Okay. So I waited for the principal. This sentence is also giving us a proper meaning. So why we are using here long? So what is the use of long here? Okay. So here the word long is giving us the additional information about the verb waited. Okay. I waited for the principal. This sentence gives us the proper meaning. Okay. But here we have long. That is giving the additional information about the verb waited, about the verb. So we know that adverbs modify the verb. Okay, so here this word is modifying this word, that is a verb waited. I waited long. Okay, it is giving us additional information about the verb. Okay, and it is not connecting the object with the sentence. Okay, whereas the preposition connect the object with the sentence. Okay, and without preposition we don't get any meaning. Okay, so I waited long for the principal. Here this word long is an adverb. Why? Because without this word also we have got the proper meaning. Okay, so long here is describing the word waited, that is a verb. Okay, so here it is modifying the verb and giving, and we will say that it is giving the additional information about the verb. So here it is an adverb. Okay, here it is an adverb. Why? Because it is giving us the additional information about the verb. It is an adverb. Okay, he was trained enough to compete with others. Okay, so now let us forget this word and read the sentence. He was trained to compete with others. Does it make any sense? Yes, obviously it is giving us a clear idea that what the other person wants to say. Okay, so he was trained to compete with others. Okay, so this sentence is also giving us the Okay, so it means this word enough is not a preposition. Okay, this is an adverb because it is giving us additional information about the verb which were trained. Okay, so it is giving us the additional information about the word, that is a verb, trained. Okay, so it is giving us the additional information about the verb. So it is an adverb. Okay, and without using this word also we are getting the meaning. Okay, next is my mummy is upstairs. So here I have underlined up, UP, up. Okay, so no need to get confused. We know that we use the preposition before the noun. Okay, and we have other ways also to identify the preposition. See beta, my mummy is upstairs. Now let us not say up. Okay, my mummy is stairs. Does it make any sense? Not at all. Okay, so here when we are using up, then only it is giving us the clear meaning. Okay, so this is a preposition. Okay, and it is connecting the object with the sentence, isn't it? Yes, so preposition connect the object with the sentence. Yes, it is fulfilling this criteria. Okay, and it is before the noun. Yes, the second criteria is also fulfilled. Okay, so next is that here the noun, here the preposition up is showing the relation between the noun stairs with the noun mummy. Okay, so three ideas are there. Okay, it should be before the noun. Okay, it should give proper meaning only when preposition is present. Okay, it connects the object with the sentence. Okay, so up is a preposition in this sentence. Okay, it is before the noun. It is connecting this object with the sentence. Okay, and it is showing the relation between the noun stairs and the noun mummy. Okay, so preposition. Now next is it looks very tiny from above. So here I have underlined the word above. So now the question arises that it is an adverb or a preposition. So we know that preposition shows the relation between the nouns and the other words in the sentence. So, and it usually comes before the noun. So, do we have any noun here? Okay, is it before the noun? No, above is here an adverb. Here the word above is giving us the idea of adverb of place, that it looks very tiny. From where does it look tiny? From above. Okay, and we know that adverb answers the question of when, where and how. Okay, so it looks very tiny from above. So from where does it look tiny? From above. Okay, so it is an adverb, and we know that the adverbs modify the verbs, adverbs and adjectives. Okay, now the next is the river flows under the bridge. Okay, the river flows under the bridge. Okay, so here I have underlined the word under. Okay, so now the question is that it is a preposition or an adverb. So the river flows. The river flows. Now we will not read this word under. The river flows the bridge. Does it make any sense? No, not at all. Okay, when we are using the word under, then only this sentence gives us the meaning. Okay, and it is before the noun. Bridge, bridge is a noun, and this word under is before the noun. Okay, and it is showing the relation between the noun bridge and the noun river. Okay, so yes, it is a preposition. Why? Because we know that we use preposition to show the relation between the nouns and the other words in the sentence. So yes, this word here, this preposition under is showing it is before the noun, and without this word we are not getting any meaning. Okay, the river flows the bridge. Okay, it does not make any sense. So when we are using the river flows under the bridge, then only it makes sense. And you all know that we use under when something is below of other thing, okay, and that other thing is covering it, okay, then only we use under. So here the river flows under the bridge. Okay, so here river is below the bridge, isn't it? Here the river is below the bridge and bridge is covering the river. So yes, in that case we use the preposition under. Yes, so it is a preposition. My parents live near Delhi. So here my parents live Delhi. Does it make any sense when we are not using this word near? My parents live Delhi. No. So here it is a preposition. Why? Because it is showing the relation between the noun Delhi and the noun parents. Okay, and here the word near is before the noun Delhi. Okay, so now the third is that it is connecting the object with the sentence. Okay, here the word near is a preposition and it is connecting the object with the sentence. Okay, so now the next is the children are outside. So where are the children? Outside. So whenever we get the answer of where, when and how, it means that is an adverb. Okay, so where are the children? The children are outside. Okay, and it is an adverb. Okay, because here this word outside is not showing the relation between the nouns and the other words. It is just giving us the answer of where. Okay, where are the children? Outside. So it is an adverb. Okay, now the next is the thief ran away with my suitcase. So now let us not read this word away. The thief ran with my suitcase. Does it make any sense? Yes, it is giving us a clear meaning. Okay, but when we are using this word away, okay, it is giving us more information about the verb ran. Okay, the thief ran away with my suitcase. So here it is giving us the meaning of, it is giving us the additional information about the word ran. That is a verb. I hope now the prepositions are clear to all of you. I request you all to please go through the videos again and learn the use of prepositions properly. Okay, while watching the videos, please sit with your rough notebook so that you can jot down the important topics and points. Okay, so that it will be easier for you to learn further. Okay, I hope now the concept is clear. Thank you for listening to me patiently. We will meet in our next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.